Hello guys, it's Skaz, and welcome back to part 2 of my Kona gameplay. I decided to walk back to the general
Carl
store.
felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets.
I decided to
and he
walk
didn't
back
like to miss
to
out.
the general store to get my truck, so it'll make it easier to get from house to house. Alright. I'm guessing this is... Yeah. That's the house that we were just at. So the next house should be right up here to the right. Here it is. Loading. Bedard's house. Some hardware.
A true Catholic always strives to keep lowly temptations at bay.
Oh,
Obviously, Carl thought, someone in this house wasn't doing a good job at upholding the Holy Bible's teachings.
hey, nice. I got a hammer. I think that's it for in here. Okay, let's head on into his house.
Carl was no burglar. He didn't need to resort to petty techniques such as window breaking to find his way in. A good detective simply looks for keys where gullible souls hide them. The house smelled like incense, the kind that reminds you of the good Lord, of peace. Religion was very influential throughout Quebec many years ago. Indeed, it was surprising that Carl did not come across a single chapel since arriving here.
How did they draw the sun? Is that possible? Like, does anybody even know? Like, can you do that? Got some matches, got some steak. Got some more Polaroid film, that's good. I can take more pictures. Attach a wire. Attach wire to a magnet. I wonder what that could be used for.
Who knew that giraffes thrived in the North Pole? The craze for toys was stupefying. The family's mother must have spent her days washing the filth off her kids' diapers.
We're not like a light. Alright. Sylvie's diary.
The
Jean-Luc.
Bedards had vacated the premises. Carl gathered they would be of no help.
Jean-Luc never had a knack for mathematics. Try as he might, he'll never realize that he simply cannot be the father of the child I'm bearing. Whoa, but how can I be sure? I have to keep this a secret. It would start showing soon that I couldn't keep it hidden forever. Gotta muster courage, he said, with the usual courage to face what's coming, but he doesn't get it all. For him, I just had some childish affair. He doesn't realize I brought eternal damnation upon myself. Marie is very sick as Jean-Luc plunges into despair. I told him nothing about the evil growing inside me. Sometimes I get the feeling he could see right through me. My Marie's suffering, and I'm the one to blame. Oh Lord Almighty, why do children have to pay for their parents' sins? So she cheated on him, and she's pregnant. That's not good. What a piece of shit. For someone who's Catholic, my gosh. Going to hell. Marie's diary.
Shame that the family had bailed. Carl would have had a few questions for Jean-Luc, a close friend of Hamilton's.
I have a diary just like Mom. Unlike her, though, I don't wear a long face when writing, but I do love to write my thoughts. Oh. And about Martin most of all, I love talking about him, and I think he loves me too, just like Romeo and Juliet. People don't like when I see him, only because he's a Blaise. But just like in the story, nothing could stand in the way of true love. She's sick. Aww. There's nothing I like better than thinking about us playing together like we always do. I wonder if he found the key I lost the other day. He was pretty sad when I did because it's for his dad's garden shed. And Martin had always been afraid of him. I think Martin's dad is a bit like Dad's god. The key fell in a burrow next to his shed. Poor Martin. He cried like a baby, but I still love him. Alright, so that key I got, that's for a different house's garden shed. Where are they at, Blaise? Okay, they're up further. So when I get there, I have their key for their garden shed. So I guess that's it for this house. Nothing too important.
The perfect cookie-cutter Catholic family, most likely attending church every Sunday.
There's the bitch. Oh. No. There she is. The cheater. Alright. Let's get going to the next house. I'm definitely missing something at the general store, because when I was leaving it's like, oh, you don't want to leave without checking everything. Haha, wink wink. The next house should be up here on the left, correct? Yep, right up here. On the right, I mean. I believe this is Roy's house. Oh! Can't make quick turns in this thing. Alright, let's check out their house. We fled. It was getting too dangerous. More people live in North Manistem. It will be safer there. Jean Roy. Alright, so they ditched to...
It was a classic Canadian house, except for the absent horde of kids that would normally be swarming about.
Matthew had yet to add murder to his curriculum. He was fond of new experiences. I'm guessing this is just a book they're writing. That's what it seems like. He didn't have any particular victim in mind, like most people. His desire ran quite wildly, so he only had a vague idea of them in mind. Alright, so yeah, it's just a book someone's been writing, I guess. Nice, more matches. Baloney.
The photograph was snapped not too far from here, Carl noticed. The couple seemed to be very good friends.
The fantasy page 4. The fantasy page 3. I'm missing 2, I believe. Oh, I got some ammo. Do they have a gun somewhere?
Not a single weapon was left.
Oh.
All of them were gone.
They left some ammo behind. It's good for me. The fantasy page 2. I don't think that's important. I'll read it later on in the series if that story ends up being important.
All manners of clothing were gone, as if the Rois drove out of town with their closet in tow.
Yeah, they did. They left it. No crap. They left a note that said that they're leaving. Alright. Fire starter. Alright, I think that's it for this house. Alright. We're gonna head to somebody else's house. Who we going to see? Let's go to the, I believe it's the Blaze, or whatever, however you pronounce their last name, their house. The only reason I'm thinking about going there is because I already have their garden key. And if I get to their house, I got all the houses on this side of, like, I believe it's a river. Yeah, like on this side of the lake. Oh shit. General store should be here. Shit. Yeah, listen, it's gonna be like, you don't want to leave without checking.
Carl
everything.
felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets.
Yeah, I see.
And he didn't like to miss out.
Okay, their house should be up here on the left. There it is. Not a big fan of like the loading. Blaze house. Okay. Let's check out the little shed here, because I got the key.
A wintry atmosphere surrounded the house. The soundlessness of the area suggested it was empty. Carl's big fingers prevented him from reaching the key.
I didn't get it. I wonder what that key was for then in the garage. Because I need to get a magnet. So then you attach the wire to the magnet. And then you could drop the magnet in there and get the key. So there's definitely something in there that's worthwhile. Hopefully there's a magnet somewhere in here. That would be much needed.
When finding a boot, one wonders what became of the foot.
Lights are on.
The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open. Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts.
Someone ran out of time packing his
Money
luggage.
in a jar. What a shame. Carl would have loved cookies.
Yes, sir. More cigarettes. I've yet to figure out what they actually do, though. Get some music going on.
A pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for
Blais.
Cloutier et Fils.
It's not Blaze. Bleh. No. This like monster. Son of a bitch, what was that? The monster had to have been here because it was like frost.
The sheets were in such a way that indicated a rude awakening, followed by a hurried escape. What had happened here?
The monster. Son of a bitch. There's another frickin' sun. Only the tormented mind smoke in bed. Smoke in bed. Louise's diary. I fear the worst for Alexander. He hardly gets any sleep. I thought it was the work, but it seems to be far worse than that. From dusk till dawn, he stares into the void. He barely speaks to me. His son asked him to play ball, and he didn't say a word. And that way he has to glance at the window last night. I heard him mumble in his sleep. He's coming. He murmured. I don't know why, but those words left a deep impression on me. He woke up shortly after, covered in sweat. He couldn't remember his dream, obviously. He didn't go back to sleep after that, chain smoking the night away over the window. He told me to pack my things this morning. I wonder why. Does he himself know? We're waiting, but for what? I feel dread. Alright, this monster's gonna scare the shit out of me, man. Okay, I think that's it for this house. I need a padlock. Son of a bitch, dude! Oh my god, that scared me. How the fuck did a wolf get in here? Nice. Okay, I didn't see those stakes before. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Well, looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Huh. Fire starter. Alright, whose house is next? I think that's it. Alright, so I actually found a magnet in the back of Gilles Lachance's house. If you go over here, there's like some sheets, and the magnet's sticking right out of the sheet. So yeah, now we can actually get the key out of that little burrow. Alright, now that we got the magnet in the back of Gilles Lachance's house, we can come over here, attach the wire, and then we can get this key out of the burrow.
A key? What could it be for? The garden shed? Carl couldn't reach it with his arm alone, but he had more than a few tricks up his sleeve to pick it up.
Got some flares. Some more hardware. Fire starter. that it? Feel kind of cheated. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel a little bit cheated by that shed. Felt like I should have got more. Alright, where are we gonna go next? Alright. The next episode, I'm gonna probably just end it here. We're gonna go to the doctor's, then the Old Rosaire, then the Bluin house, and then the Lamothe house. Sorry for the pronunciation. I'm not used to saying these names. But anyways, I'm gonna end this episode here, and I will see you guys next time. If you liked the episode and you want to see more, just like the video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time.